I guess we're going to do our video game review.
Woohoo!
Woo. And today we have Power Move Pro Wrestling, released November 1996 for PlayStation. Don't remember this game, do you?
No, I thought there was a character that I thought maybe I recognized, but maybe I've played a different version.
Well, this was going to be a New Japan Pro Wrestling game, and they decided at the last minute they didn't want to pay the licensing because they figured most of us didn't even know anything about New Japan. So that's why they changed it to Power Move Pro and created all the characters. They were all original characters.
See, they didn't really think this through, though, because you make that a New Japan wrestling game, which I don't know if there are any.
In Japan, but I don't know if we've ever had them. Fire Pro now is. The new Fire Pro Wrestling is a New Japan game, but it never was before. They were always made up.
Gotcha. But imagine this game coming out, how much of a collector's item it would be if, like, you had... I don't know who was wrestling in New Japan at the time.
And not only that, but they said they did it because they didn't think that we knew anything about New Japan over here, but WCW, people that watch that, WCW was working with New Japan. So there were guys on WCW quite a bit from New Japan, and like Vader won the New Japan world title once, and he was wearing it on So, WCW fans knew about New Japan. It may not have been as widespread, but Ultimo Dragon was from New Japan, and he wrestled, so some people.
Fair enough.
But anyway, so they made up their roster of 15 wrestlers. There were 4 game modes. You had Gauntlet, which you had to face off against 12 people in a row and beat them all. Championship was simply fighting for the gold. There was a league, which was a round-robin tournament, and the wrestler with the most points wins. The video we watched was obviously the tournament mode. We watched a little video in the tournament mode, which is pretty self-explanatory.
Absolutely.
Bracket, single elimination tournament. I love this stuff. Okay, so the levels that you could adjust the game to were easy, medium, hard, and wow.
Wow.
I love that the hardest setting was wow.
Wow.
You could also adjust the time limit. You could decide whether there were draws were on or off. There were 4 different venues you could choose from, 4 different rings you could choose from, and you could change the camera view. So for 1996, that's a lot of options. And the graphics, The graphics were... You loved them, didn't you? I mean, it was 3D. This is still the early 3D phase. So considering it was 1996, the best thing had to be the ring announcer.
Oh yeah, that I loved.
That was amazing.
Oh my gosh, the ring announcer was great.
Every time they would start hyping a matchup, saying stuff like, "Are you ready to see slams and kicks and blah 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 blah?"
I don't think we've had a better ring announcer since.
And then he talked about whether there was a time limit or not. He would announce that, and then he would announce the wrestlers. And we had one wrestler that was called what was the government?
Area 51.
Area 51. I had his introduction down and not his name. So there was a wrestler called Area 51, and the announcer would always say something like, possibly 6'4" and maybe 240 pounds. The man the government tries to deny.
Area 51.
Area 51.
There was a guy named Agent Orange.
Agent Orange. Yeah. Look, we had a guy named the Zombie who basically looked like one of Harlem Heat. I don't know what. And let's talk about the Judge. Was that his name? Or was it the man? Let me look.
The Judge.
The Judge.
It was the Judge.
Yeah, the Judge. So the Judge was a
Judge.
The Judge was a black gentleman with his face painted.
Yeah.
Half black and half white.
Now,
so my co-host first
is
question.
It blackface if you're a black man
and
with black and white?
Is whiteface even a thing?
I mean, it's not the whole face.
No, and not only that, I don't know, but I just found it interesting.
I mean, people do black and white. I mean, Sting made a whole thing about
the Crow,
wearing black and white.
This was just kind of the first thing.
Half of his face looked like Roddy Piper.
That's the first thing I thought of was Piper. I'm like, oh, it's Piper.
But then the other half was all white, so it's all good.
And then the gear was the same.
I don't know how that works. I don't know
what the same way, so... Then some of the names, like we had Malibu Mike Swanson. Yeah. The Egyptian conniption.
Oh, I didn't know the conniption part.
Neither did I. They didn't show. They never showed their whole name.
But the announcer
like,
would.
He would say it, yeah, but you couldn't really say it. The Sparrow was, we think, supposed to be a superhero.
He was like a superhero. The way the announcer, because the announcer had great intros for everyone.
Yes,
the best one being Area 51.
Yes.
The man that the government denies. I love that.
Yeah, that was the one that stuck out the most to me.
Oh, absolutely.
And you could actually wrestle as the referee and the ring announcer.
Gorgon.
Yes. There were actually three.
The announcer.
Yeah. There were 3 hidden characters. It actually says Agent Orange was also a hidden character.
Oh, really?
Yes. And of course, you had to do the old school for us to remember. You had to do like the L1, R1, R2, up, down, left, whatever, to unlock it.
Up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA.
Yeah, stuff like that, so. 1996, the only system it came out on was PlayStation. It was Activision and Ukes, so these are 2 companies that later on
become very popular
with the
in
WWE
wrestling
games.
games.
Yes, big time. And Ukes is actually, they left the WWE games. Ukes is actually involved with the W game that's going to come out.
Yeah,
eventually.
I'm looking forward to it.
Someday.
Like, I gotta decide whether I want to do a YouTube show.
We did hear the disappointing thing, right? Though the AEW game's not going to have like a universe mode.
Okay, well then I guess it's WWE that I'm going to stick with.
That's what I read. They're not doing a universe mode, so I don't know if they're doing something else.
I don't know. All I ask is somebody does a fucking good version of an online mode,
right?
Because so far, no wrestling game that I'm aware of has a good like you could have a universe mode online with actual we've been doing seasons on football games, and it's great. I love it so much. Why can't you do something like that with wrestling?
Exactly.
Do a weekly show with all people playing as their own created characters. This is what I've wanted. I thought they did that with the last game.
Well, in the last few years, I've had trouble with the online period. Like, even playing matches. So,
I mean, I used to love playing wrestling games online.
Yeah.
But, they had a new GM mode that I thought for sure was online because it was you and a friend, or you and somebody else pick a wrestler or pick someone, and you run a show. You drafted your wrestlers, and each one of you got to control a show. It's such a cool fucking mode.
Definitely. Yeah.
But it's offline.
Yeah.
You can play 2 players, but we could play right now.
Right.
We should totally play right now. But it's such a cool concept. And you're competing for ratings.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So you're building matches. You're trying to build feuds.
It's the old school GM mode. That was like the original GM mode.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
It was a 2-player GM mode.
Yeah.
But they didn't throw that online. Why not? I literally went out and got this game.
Well, to be fair, last year they were probably so worried about no glitches because of the previous one.
Well, hopefully this next one they make that online,
Yeah, they're gonna
or do some kind of online universe mode. Why in the year 2023 have I not got a wrestling game that isn't just, you can go online and play 1 versus 1 or 6-man versus... why haven't I got a series online season mode?
Yeah.
I want it so fucking bad.
So bad.
I want to take a character that I created and put it in the universe and play against other people with their created... this is everything I want in life right now.
You guys, stop riding your motorcycles in the house. Sorry.
Damn kids, get off the lawn!
What in the... We apologize, it's our assistant. He got a bike for his birthday.
He has a birthday.
I guess.
Our imaginary assistant has a birthday now.
Hey, if you're looking for an assistant, don't forget to call the Marty Jannetty School of Jobbers. They have plenty of men available to be your assistant. Just a cheap plug for our Unreal sponsor.
And they all get kicked through barbershop windows.
Or doors, apparently, can happen too. Depending on, gotta love it. Alright, so that is, I don't really know what else to say about the game. The announcer was definitely an amazing part. It was kind of cool. All the wrestlers had a cool look. I mean,
Ish.
Ish.
I mean,
I
as
think they were
cool
limited
as
to
you
what
could
they could
do.
Like, I was like the Egyptian. Couldn't he have had, like, something on his trunks just to make it look a little, like...
Well, none of them
had
anything specific. It wasn't...
Zombie had the flames on his trunks.
Flames,
like
but they had
T,
simple patterns.
Yeah, it was all very simple. We saw the one guy threw something up, the Sparrow guy threw something up. We don't know if it was acid.
Yeah,
or
he
birds,
spit what looked like, I'm assuming, especially if it's New Japan.
It looked like Moon and Mist.
I think it was the Mist.
It looked like the Mist, but you know, there you go. If any of you have played this game, you can let us know. Because again, I just didn't play a lot of PlayStation.
And
until the second PlayStation came out, I just didn't really play much PlayStation.
Fair enough.
The original one,
I played most of my games on PlayStation 2 as well, so...
Yeah, I mean, before that, it was all about Nintendo, Super Nintendo, you know.
Yeah, I barely played the PlayStation 1.
Fair enough.
All right,